Hi, I'm Joel Grimes. If you haven't heard of me, go to joelgrimes.com and you can see some of my work. I've been a commercial advertising photographer for about 35, 38 years. Been doing this a long time. When I started out, they said, hey, guess what? You'll never make a living in photography. My parents said that. My colleagues, or other photographers said, don't think you're going to make a living at this. My professors in college said, don't expect to make a living at it. Guess what? I made a living for 38 years in photography. I talk about this. I go across the country and even around. I did a European tour this last spring, and I talk to photographers and I encourage them that it's possible to make a living in photography. So I have a whole thing on that. JoelGrimesWorkshops.com. I have tutorials and stuff on that. Like I said, I'm 45 events a year. I'm speaking around the country, pushing this concept that you can be an artist, live your dream, and you can make a living at it. So I came across, my neighbor came over to me and said, hey, have you read the Robb Report this last month, November, this is 2017, and I don't get this magazine. This guy's, he's an accountant, deals with money all the time. So here's what it says. Photography proves itself as a medium for investments. So it says collectors are finding the work of blue chip artists and at a reasonable price or prices. Here's what's happening. And I've kind of noticed this. So I started out and I had gallery showings and stuff when I did the book on Navajo like 20 years ago. I was at the Smithsonian. I had 60 prints for 18 months there. I had some galleries around the country. And I had to make each print individually in a darkroom. And that took a lot of labor. What happened was, at that time, by the time I spent my time, materials, the gallery took 50% of it, I didn't make any money. So I said, look, if this is crazy, I'm not going to do this. Well, now we're in the digital age. I'm now a Canon Explorer of Light. I'm very tied in with the Canon print side. Their printers are just phenomenal. I have a 60-inch printer here that I make 60 by 90-inch prints. In fact, you can't, obviously, this camera's facing me, but behind me right here I have a 44 by 60. Over here is a 44 by 60-inch print. Absolutely gorgeous. The quality is phenomenal. We've got the ink, archival inks today that will exceed, depends on obviously how you store it and how you mount it and all that, but it's up to 200 years plus. We're in good times. So it's trickled down to where the cost of creating a print and the ability to go and sell these prints of collectors are finding this to be something that they want to invest in. This chart, if you go, I'm going to scroll down here. This chart, let's go over here. Whoa, I just jumped across. It says that, when you look at this chart, I'm colorblind, so I can't see a lot of these graphs, but photography as an investment in fine art prints has exceeded an investment in real estate or in gold. I find that hard to believe, but that's true. That's what it says right here. And so people are looking at art as a way of investing. I always say, don't buy something that you don't want to hang on your wall. So if you want to invest in some photography or any artwork, it's something you want to show off. So that's number one thing. But as an investor, I would say that. But as an artist, now we have opportunities to you may not get in the big auctions. I think they said that just in the auctions in 2016, they sold $72 million worth of photography. And of course, that's just the big auctions. I think that's just 3 auctions, the big 3. But when it comes down to the smaller galleries, your ability to sell online, get a audience that follows you, and you present your work to sell. Here's an opportunity to create an income with what you love to do. So, once again, there's a lot of people out there going to go, ning, 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 you can't make any money, and I've proven all those people wrong in the last 38 years. So you prove them wrong too. Go out and create images that you love, that fit your vision as an artist. You create images that I think that have to fall within, well, I always hate to use the word fine art because what does that really mean? But it's not like, I do a lot of commercial advertising, so I have a specific, I'm working off a layout, I'm trying to sell a product for a client. Fine art is different. It doesn't mean it has to be, what's the term? Kind of like, artsy, out there, abstract, out of focus, blurred, or, something that, creates a kind of a controversy. It's work that, number one, you would want to hang on your wall. And so I get a whole series of cactus. If you go to joelgrimes.com, you'll see Desert Life, where cactus images I strobed out in the field. I got a lot of attention for that work. This has now been about 12 years ago. Arizona Highways ran the cover in a 12-page portfolio, and I've got prints hanging in a number of offices here in the Phoenix Valley that have been purchased. A lot of fun to see your work hanging on the wall, and people also enjoy it. So create images, find something that you love, repeat it, build a body of work, and then start pushing it out into the galleries or selling it as fine art work online, and you can create an income. There are photographers that they make their whole living based on selling their artwork. So it's trickling down to all facets. We're in a great age of photography in history. So go be an artist and live your dream.